much for low profile.
Status report. I've got you in the exercise yard, but you don't show up on the cameras.
Must be something wrong with the system. Damn it, we're a little busy right now. I'll call you back.
Don't yank me around, convict. Get the cane, get out.
Yahtzee.
Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. So today I'm taking a look at New Suicide Squad number 4. This is from the New 52, and I have reviewed the first 3 issues as well. This story is very linear, so I recommend watching the first 3 if you haven't already. Although I do think you'll be able to follow the story if you haven't watched the first 3. So the art and cover on this are by Jeremy Roberts, and it is written by Sean Ryan. So starting off, I really like the cover. I think most people will. It's really amazing. This artist is really good. They do digital colors on these issues, and it really kind of shows on this cover, but it looks really good, so it'd make an excellent poster. And unfortunately though, this cover might be the best thing about this issue, as good as it is. So I really do like the cover, and I imagine a lot of people who did buy this issue bought it because of the cover. Starting off on the first page, like I was saying about this being really linear, it picks up right where it left off in the last issue. So Vic Sarge is outside. He went outside because he was arguing with Amanda Waller about getting permission to blow up Deadshot's head, and he calls this government official who's the middleman between them and the president, and he isn't working out, so he doesn't get authorization for that. And then they jump back to Deadshot, who's been imprisoned by the Russians, and I thought at the end of the last issue Deathstroke was there to rescue him, but he switched sides and he's working for the Russians now, so he ends up just torturing Deadshot some more, and in the process of it they have an alarm go off as intruder alert, intruder alert. So Deathstroke says, I think we both know who that is, because as we saw in the last issue, Black Manta and Harley Quinn had gone to go save Deadshot. So here we get this splash page, and it's pretty good. At first I really liked it. I read through this issue again last night, and I was looking at this page for maybe 5 minutes or so, and at first I really liked it, and I imagine you do too, but as you look at it more and more, it kind of has a few flaws. Not so much in Black Manta in the foreground. He actually looks pretty good, and that's definitely what you're supposed to be looking at, but Harley Quinn for some reason just looks off to me. Her face is all scrunched up, which, you know, you could just say she's angry, even though she's almost never drawn with that expression. But also her arm, I guess it would be her left arm, is sticking at a kind of a strange angle, and it's like half the length of the other arm. I know about perspective, and that's a bit of an exaggeration, so her whole body just looks strange to me. And if you look at it for a bit, I think you will probably agree. Her legs look kind of off too. It's just very strange. And how long is her pigtails? They go, they're as long as her arms if you were to stretch it out. So that doesn't look quite right, and you can compare how she looks in other panels to this one. So anyway, we get a splash page, which isn't terrible. I just think Harley looks off. And it picks up with them, and they are fighting all the guys who are guarding the place, the Russian soldiers, and of course they have no problem. And they tear through all of them in the next few pages. I mean, it looks cool. I think if I was like 13, I would be like, oh yeah, this is so cool, they're fighting all these soldiers, but in reality I'm just like, how are this guy and this woman, who are just armed with machine guns that they pick up, able to gun down like 30 Russian special forces? And Black Manta is super strong and all that, so maybe him, but I don't know about Harley Quinn. So anyways, it's pretty cool. The bottom panel on this page is really good. I do like how that one looks, but on the next page, you know, it's almost like they know they're being ridiculous, as you can see in this middle panel where Harley's just like jumping in the air and shooting between her legs and stuff. It's like, okay, we're not going for realism, but that's alright. It's a comic book. So there's a bunch of action on those 3 pages, and you may or may not like that. It was okay. And they get through those guys, and Black Manta kicks down the door, and they find Deadshot, and he's really surprised. He says, you came back for me. And Black Manta says, we're a team. And then you see the word bubble goes off to the side, and and says, "You people in your teams." And Harley actually looks pretty good. That's more how her face should look. But it goes to the next page, and you can see it's Deathstroke. He says, "You people in your teams, they will be the death of you." And that does sound like something Deathstroke would say. When I read this, I kind of had his voice in my head, you know, so that dialogue fits it. And he and Black Manta end up fighting. Black Manta tells Harley to untie Deadshot, and he'll take care of Deathstroke. And Deathstroke says, "Glad to see you're taking the name Suicide Squad so literally," and lunges at him. And this is another panel, this bottom panel, I want you to look at it. I thought, okay, the top panel's good. The way Deathstroke's there, this looks great. But on the bottom panel, I thought it looked a little wonky. And can you guess why? It's Deathstroke's legs. If you look at his legs, what the heck is going on? He looks really good from the knees up, okay? And then look where Black Manta's shooting his gun. There's the shots, and then on both sides, you have these little tiny legs. I don't know, maybe that's just a style or something, but on Deathstroke it looks really weird in this panel, so I don't get what that's about. And okay, so we go to the next page, and it's Vic Sarge still on the phone. He's arguing with a government official, and the president won't authorize for anyone other than Amanda Waller to have the ability to blow up the Suicide Squad, so he gets mad and throws his phone at the wall. And we go back to the next page, and it's Deathstroke and Black Manta are fighting still, and these panels are all really solid. Looks really good. The action in these new Suicide Squad books is really good. It's more action than anything else. And we have a couple pages where they're fighting, and ultimately Black Manta is defeated, and his helmet's broken open, and he's knocked down, and Deathstroke's going to kill him. But right when he's going to, Harley Quinn jumps on his shoulders, as you can see here. And what Deathstroke had said on the page before was, "You have to embrace your insanity." So Harley Quinn says, "Great idea," and jumps on him. And as you can see, he just grabs her and throws her and says, "I said embrace your insanity, not be it, you yammering ragdoll." And he throws her, and he's going to kill her, as you can see there. And right when he's about to, he gets shot. And I looked at this page so many times. Okay, he gets shot. All right, that's the full panel on the left side, takes up the whole left side of the page. And then, okay, so you're supposed to read that first, right? And then you look at the top of the right hand side, and there's a bullet hole where he was shot, and it's bleeding, and he says, "Where did that come from?" And then the panel below that, he just flies into the wall and falls down. So, what knocked him down? It wasn't the bullet that knocked him down, so I don't really get that. But in any case, that's it for Deathstroke. He's down, and you go to the next page, and as you can see, it was Deadshot who shot him because he had gotten loose. But he's all upset because he said, "I missed. I was aiming for his head. I never miss." And that's true with Deadshot. That's his thing. He never misses. But he's really beat up. His legs are broken and stuff, so I don't know why he's taking it so personally. In any case, they are like, "We have to leave," so they're gonna just carry Deadshot and head out. So that's pretty interesting. One thing that I meant to say too, I don't get, okay, they shot Deathstroke and he was shot in the shoulder and fell over, and I guess he hit his head and he's knocked out. That's what I'm taking from that last page. But what I don't get is why these three just leave without killing him, or I mean, maybe all I can assume is they didn't want to kill him. So we go to the next page, and it's Waller and Vic Sarge, and they're arguing about who's in control of the team. And we get the next page, they're still arguing, and he's yelling, and then they get to the next page, and he takes a swing at her, but, she's Amanda Waller, so she's an expert at fighting, whatever style she uses, and she stops him and tells him to get out, basically. So we go to the next page, and it's the last page, and this is the security officer, one of the Russian security officers who was fighting the squad earlier, and he got shot up, but he didn't die, and he's in the hospital here, and this guy comes up to him and says, "You're looking good. I heard about the accident in the subway. My bosses and I are sorry to see you like this. We see great potential in you, and we love the opportunity not just to make you better, but to make you better than you've ever been." And he gives him a card that says Mars Systems, so I don't know if they're going to make him into some kind of a bionic man or something. I don't really know this backstory on KGB Beast, but he did appear in the animated Suicide Squad movie Assault on Arkham, so maybe this guy's going to become KGB Beast. But one thing that's a little strange, okay, we're on issue 4 of this comic, and they're still on their first mission, so I'm not sure where this series is planning on going in the future, but I'll continue to take a look at it, and I guess that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe.
End of line.